It's a big interview on the Football Daft podcast with Ewan and Grado, and our guest today played for Rangers, Watford, Dundee United, SK Brann, Lierse, Brisbane Roar, Gold Coast United and Clyde. 351 appearances, 62 goals. I thought it'd be more goals than that.
That's Wikipedia making that up.
62 goals. I mean, Simon Donnelly was in last week and he questioned the goals that he scored according to Wikipedia. Yeah, he added 20 more goals to his tally. One cap for Scotland, 4 league titles with Rangers plus 1 League Cup, 1 Norwegian Cup with SK Brann, and was a Scottish PFA Young Player of the Year in 1995. Currently coaches with Simon Donnelly at a football academy, which is just near the studio, which is at Glasgow Green. It's the one and only Charlie Miller.
Hello, big guys, all right?
How are you, Charlie?
Good to be here.
There's one wee fact that I always like, that he never played in an Old Firm defeat. Isn't that right?
That's it.
Never played in one game.
Yep, 12 Old Firm games, never lost one.
That's amazing, isn't it?
That's a good stat. See, I've not got that.
See, fuck.
A researcher shit.
I know, Ken. Get your Wikipedia.
And it was all about me and Gazza and Loudrock didn't do enough, and it was me I carried us for the 12 games.
I mean, before we talk about your career and the good bits and where it went wrong and why you didn't get any more caps for Scotland, because you should have, the talent that you had, 1 cap is a joke, but why was that the case? We'll talk about that.
If I actually got that 1 cap because of an epidemic in Scotland that week, and maybe they wanted to go to Poland.
But you should have had more. For the talent that you possess, you should have had way more caps for Scotland, but we'll get to that. How do you know Grado? Because when Grado arrived here, you're hugging and chatting away as if you've known each other for a while. How do you know him?
Because I used to teach him how to wrestle.
That's my sensei.
I went for Fat Charlie Miller, the football player, to Fat Charlie Miller, the wrestler. To be fair, I still beat him at that anyway.
Aye, that be right. No, Charlie's good because Charlie helped me when my dream come true.
What was
and he was here at Sorted. He was here to phone me up one day. He goes, fancy playing at Ibrox? And I went, I wait the fuck now. He sorted me out.
Did you make his dream come
Actually,
true?
made his dream come true. As I said, I got my game and it was the Rangers Legends against, and there was some obviously TV actors and then Grado. And then that was a great
athlete,
day. I think there was a few thousand fans at the game as well. It was a good turnout, and it was I think it was for charity. I can't remember if it was for Nando or whatever, but that was a great day. Grado came on and missed a sitter. We were all desperate to give him a goal, but no chance.
No, I
They
know.
curly toes in his boots.
Is he a decent footballer, Charlie?
Probably the worst football player I've ever seen.
By the way, he's no joking, I'm not playing any Mary charity games now because, do you know what? See for a while, so Big Derek Johnson's the manager at it, right? And obviously, wee Burnley that runs it, he's wanting me to come on, so, you know, some of the Waynes in the crowd that like the wrestling and all that. But Derek takes it that serious that the last time I was playing it, we were up, I think we were winning something like 5-2. And that still wasn't enough amount of goals in between, because he was like, we'll just wait till it's 6-2. Wait till it's 6-2. Ended up, I come on in the 93rd minute. I come on for 10 seconds. That's how shite I'm on and how serious Big DJ takes it.
And I'm not joking, I think Celtic scored in the 93rd minute that day as well to beat Dundee. Grado came on, we should have kept him on the bench.
Charlie, let's talk about you and your fabulous career, particularly at Rangers. But you did have the opportunity to play for Celtic. But you decided to go with Rangers. Why?
Well, I could have signed for a lot of teams, not just Celtic then.
Were heart sniffing a bit?
They weren't an option, to be honest with you, mate.
Come on, Charlie, give me something.
No, I'm not giving you anything there. I played with Big Alan McLaren at Hearts. That's my big pal. So,
but so there's a few clubs sniffing about.
Yeah, I could have signed for many clubs when I was younger, to be fair.
Any bigger than Rangers and Celtic at the time?
There's none in Europe bigger than Rangers and Celtic.
Oh, right answer.
So, in my eyes, anyway, obviously.
So you've got the 2 biggest clubs in Scotland, 2 of the biggest clubs in world football, wanting Charlie Miller. How do you make your decision?
My decision was that Rangers were the best team in Britain at the time, in my eyes, and if I can break into that team, I can break into any team. So I was aiming for the top, I thought, and I was very fortunate enough to break in at 17, played a few games, and get 30 grand and get drunk for the next 6 months.
I love your honesty, man. I love your honesty. I do.
Was it because you're also a Rangers fan? I was brought up, one uncle, I don't know my father, so I've never known my father, so I have 2 uncles who are very good, my Uncle Jim, my Uncle Benny, and I used to go to watch Rangers and Celtic. One was a Celtic fan, one was a Rangers fan. So
when you were a kid, who did you lean towards?
anyone that was taking me to football. But I played for Rangers Boys Club since I was 9-year-old. So I always wanted to play for Rangers, obviously, but people say the stories I had Celtic strips not underneath my Rangers strip. It was nonsense because my old manager would never allow that because he was the biggest Rangers fan on the planet, so he'd have flipped me in the ear. But
did that annoy you that people thought you were a Celtic fan in a Rangers jersey? Did that annoy you when people said it?
No, it didn't worry me because I went and watched both. So I've never really... I always just loved football when I was a kid. Football mad. I didn't know anything about Protestant Catholics or anything like that. It doesn't really interest me. It didn't interest me.
Football was what you loved.
Of course.
Because when you're that age, when you go to football, it's a sight, innit? Once you see the pitch and the crowd, no matter what a game it is, it's always a spectacle when you're that age, isn't it? So it's...
And I'm guessing you're pals with some of the Celtic players anyway at the time.
Well, me and Simon played at Glasgow schools with a 16-year-old together, so that's how I knew Simon. But
never as good as you.
Who, Simon?
Yeah.
Nah, he's a good player, Simon. Different type of
player, but
different types of players.
Not as good as you, though, Charlie.
I don't think so either.
That's what I was getting at.
I have to get in there, don't I, Simon? No, he's a good son.
So there you are at Rangers, 17. You're playing with the big team, and what a team, by the way. How long were you at Rangers?
Well, I joined when I was 11. I left when I was 23. I made my debut at 17, so I was really more regular the following season at 18. I played nearly a year and a half, nearly 2 years, every game practically, until I got into a fight in the Fox and Hounds.
What happened there, Charlie?
I can't tell you. I get done not proven, so I'm saying nothing about it.
You do know you can't be tried twice.
I know, but not proven. To be fair, it was just a stupid wee incident that should never have happened.
But but that's part of growing up. You make mistakes in life, don't you? How old were you at that time when that incident happened?
I think I was just turned 19 that day.
Oh, you see, a young lad.
We'd played Celtic Ibrox that day, and my birthday was the following day, and we ended up going down to there for some dinner, but I didn't bother with dinner. But
what did you bother with?
Beer. I only had one big gigantic one, but no, they were great days. I loved playing. I was very fortunate I could name every one of my team were internationals that I'd played with guys like Mikhailchenko and Kuznetsov, who I watched at 1986 World Cup with Russia, who should probably have won the 86 World Cup. They were a fabulous team. Then I've got Andy Gorham in goals, Richard Gough, Alan McCoist, Mark Haley up front. Then Alexa Laudrup and Gascoigne. My favourite, Ian Durant, Trevor Stephen. Oh, it was ridiculous.
And you're in there?
Charlie, you're saying that you played with all the amazing players, you trained with them each week, but how does it feel knowing that you were part of that team that won 9 in a row?
Oh, it was great. Oh, definitely. It was a dream, probably, of course.
Did you expect to do it? Did you believe you could do it?
To be fair, I was a bit young and naive and didn't realise what I was aiming for, if you get where I'm coming from. The older pros knew. I was very fortunate to play for Rangers at a very young age, so winning was just... expect to win.
Yeah.
So
did you not realise the significance of 9
I
in a
didn't
row?
realise the significance, no.
No.
Until after the game at Tannadice that night. I seen the pressure lift off from Walter to McCoy's to Durant to Ian Ferguson to Goffey crying. And I realised how much, what an achievement that was, you know. We did have the best players in the country at the time, so we should have been doing it, although Celtic were very strong at the time under Tommy Burns, who were very close and some quality players, and we had Andy Gorham to thanks a lot of the time, to be fair. So
You crossed the ball into Laudrup, didn't you?
yes, Andy Gorham tells a story that he was sitting in Belfast, shock. He was sitting in Belfast, and as I heard was a left footed cross by Muller and a header by Laudrup. He thought the tranny was broke.
I know, aye.
I was wondering what he was doing in Belfast anyway.
Because he was with them, it was Andy Dibble, wasn't it?
Andy Dibble
Tell me
was
about Andy Dibble.
Great guy.
No, tell me, because he ended up getting a 9 in a row tattoo,
He got a
didn't he?
tattoo 9 in a row. It was brilliant.
But I mean, he was just brought in the last couple of weeks. Was it
Aye,
the
8 weeks.
goalie was injured? wasn't it?
Last day, I think he came in March and the goalie was injured, and Andy Dibble's first day came in at Ibrox and he turned up with a green suit on. And Archie Knox sent him home back to the Hilton to get changed.
Is that right?
That was Andy Dibble's first day. It was brilliant.
Aye.
And then we went to Toronto at the end of the season, and Dibbs got a tattoo. Great guy he was. And he's shouting when we were leaving. Him and David Dodd stayed for the next couple of days. And he's shouting to us on the bus, they 10 in a row for big dibs. He only played 8 games, you know what I mean?
Aye, we need to date for dibs. We need to date for dibs.
But
I love that.
He was a great guy and a great character. And
How good was Andy Dibble?
Andy Dibble wasn't very good. He was a great guy, but I'm compared people to Andy Gorham, and Andy Gorham was phenomenal. Andy Gorham was ridiculously good. He could save the ball, unbelievable saves, and also he's a great guy, and I love him to bits, and I still see him a lot this day. So I try and compare people to Gorham, and I can't. So that's how it's always difficult.
Let's talk about Paul Gascoigne.
Gazza coming in was just another level, you know. This mad nutcase coming in, super football player, and as I say, an even better guy. But some of the things he done was great. I think Grado knows one of the stories. One, Gordon Allison, the physio.
Oh, I love this story.
Gordon Allison, the physio. Gazza we were playing in Edinburgh. We used to stay in the hotel the night before games. I can't remember if we were playing Hearts or Hibs, I can't remember. But we were playing one of the Edinburgh teams anyway, and Gazza was going to Newcastle after the game. So Gazza had this big 850 BMW, and he said to Gordy, will you drive it up to Edinburgh for me? Because I might go back to Newcastle right after the game. Gordy says, aye, no problem. So we're on the bus playing cards, heading up to Edinburgh to stay in the hotel the night before, and Gazza phones the police and says his car's been stolen.
You're joking. You're joking.
So Gordon Allison's driving up the M8, I think sunny day, beautiful, this 850
Loving
BMW, and the coppers, sirens chasing after him. Gordon Allison's like, what the shit, what's happening here? So the police pull him in, we believe this car's been stolen. No, it's not been stolen, I'm driving this for Paul Gascoigne. I saw you. He's like, honestly, I'm driving it. Here, phone him, speak to him. And Gaz's like, never heard him. Never heard him. So you can imagine by this point, we Gordon Allison's, the physio's pants were joining the brownies. You know what I mean? So Gaz ended up having to say, we were on notes in the bus, it was hilarious, but obviously Gaz said to say, aye, he's driving a motor. But imagine doing that now to go to jail.
I know, he would get
wasting
bothered for it. I know.
Wasting police time. But that was just some of the things he'd done. He was a phenomenal guy, and he always up for a joke and things like that. I remember one day in Edinburgh, I was staying in the hotel right at the corner. Gazza was hitting me with grapes, just winding me up, hitting me grapes, and I didn't react. And it's the first time I've seen him angry for about a second. So he's flicking grapes at me, and I waited till he turned back and forgot all about it, and I get an orange the size of a pineapple on my jaw. And as he was talking to somebody, I fucked him right in the back of the head with it. And it splattered all the back of his head, and he turned for a second to get angry, and we were all on a bit, and he went and realised, but he'd been trying to take a piss for a good half an hour. But
do you reach out to Gazza today with his problems and his troubles? Have you seen him recently?
I think he's doing okay.
He's doing okay.
These are old videos and whatever.
It's hard to get a hold of him, isn't it?
Yeah, he's very difficult. I think he's got more phones than BT. So, no, but I think he's doing well. I think he's fine. And he's a great guy.
Let's talk football and the players that you played with. Gazza or Laudrup for you? Who was a better player?
Oh, very difficult.
If you had to choose, you've got a 5-a-side team, and you've got to pick one of them in your team. Who are you going for, Laudrup or Gazza?
Both.
No, you can't. You can only have one, Charlie. You have to pick one, Gazza or Laudrup.
For me, I can't pick any. I'd have to have one in the first half and one in the second half then.
You couldn't split them?
Honestly, the two of them were phenomenal. See, Laudrup was... I remember we were playing Dunfermline one day, and Laudrup, remember his turn. Nobody could get near the fullback, was always a turn, and Bert Payton was shouting at his fullback, do you know what, sports scene? He does that fucking turn all the time. And the fullback's words were, well, you fucking come and tackle him, man. I was pissing myself. Do you know what, sports scene? Will you come and get the ball off him, man? That was brilliant.
Two best players you ever played with, would you say? Gazza and Laudrup?
Two of them are phenomenal, really. But I love Ian Durant. But Ian Durant came back from that injury was a miracle. What a super football player he was. See his 92 year with Rangers, they run to in the Europe and all that. It was phenomenal to me, man. He didn't get the recognition he deserved after he came back from his injury. But obviously, Gazza and Laudrup were phenomenal. But I love Durant. You know, I just love the wee man. But they two were
something else.
They were special, yeah.
I remember watching Match of the Day when I was at my grand's and seeing David Beckham score that goal for inside his own half, Man United and Wimbledon. But I can also remember the Monday, I think it was on the paper right away, I think it might have been the next day or the Monday, and reading about the mix-up with the boots. He was wearing, was it
See,
he
I
was,
didn't
he
know
was
it.
wearing your boots?
I
Or?
didn't know about it.
David Beckham was wearing Charlie Miller's boots.
Yes, I didn't know about
Aye.
it until I was at Dundee United or Watford or something like that.
Really? No, because it was in the paper that week.
No, I didn't know anything about it. No, because
How did David Beckham end up in your boots?
Because I remember the photographer got up, because you can see the photographer zoomed right in, and your name was it
Adidas Charlie.
Aye.
And what it was, I was sponsored by Adidas. Me and Gazza were sponsored by Adidas, and they were obviously trying to sign Beckham, and he was a size 8. So they sent him a pair of my boots down, and they stole all the magic out of him. That one goal.
Never get them back.
No, never get them back. He's got them in his case in his sports club, or whatever you call it, his academy.
Aye.
I could be doing my name now. No, to be fair, it just got him sent down, and then the rest is history. Beckham was a phenomenal striker of the ball, and he could have done it with a pair of welly boots on probably, but that was the story. I did just sent him a pair of size 8s and had my name on them.
Your
So.
boots?
Never knew
Did
that.
you not? Did you ever have you ever met Beckham since then? Like that? No.
No. I played against
Did you
him.
ken who you are?
Of course. Everybody knows who we Charlie is.
You've played with you've played under a number of managers over the years.
Yeah, I played.
Worst manager?
I don't like to say it because he's deceased, but Graham Taylor was terrible.
Was he?
Yeah, he wasn't. He was a. He was
You know,
a nice man.
you're not the only former player to say that, by the way, about Graham Taylor.
But Graham Taylor was a lovely man. See, away for the football, he was a lovely man, nice man. But football,
Too nice, man.
no, he wasn't. No,
No?
not a nice man at football.
Grab it.
No, he was just terrible. He had man management. He was unbelievably successful at Watford. What he done there, the 2 times he was there. So I didn't like the way he done things. I remember he signed myself, Neil Cox, and a few other boys. When we were in the Premier League in England, Watford at the time, and it wasn't going well, don't get me wrong, and he said, could we have last season's team, can I have a meeting with them and the rest of yous leave? And I thought, this is very strange. I'd never heard anything like that before, so that was us getting bombed out, you could tell right away. And instead of just telling us there and then that, right guys, I don't fancy you, he's a pap. That was it, he just had a meeting with the rest of the boys. But we used to get us in the Saturday morning before the game, 9 o'clock, gun, warm up, finish at 10. He'd speak for about 25 minutes, half an hour. And then, but this one day we were playing Liverpool and only spoke for 1 minute, not even 1 minute. I remember we were playing Liverpool and he said he was just walking back down by the river, walking his dogs, and he seen the ducks putting their heads in the water, and he thought, how lucky are my football players? And then he walked out.
What?
And I'm like,
Cool story, bro.
Michael Owen and Stephen Gerrard are shitting themselves now. But as I said, it was a nice man away from the football field, but football for me wasn't. But I played with, obviously under Walter, I played under Advocate, I played under Martin O'Neill at Leicester. I was on loan at Leicester for a short time,
that's right.
and Graham Taylor. So then Alex Smith up here.
Aye.
I loved him.
Best
Great
manager
man.
you played under?
It's got to be Walter.
Is
isn't
it Walter?
I loved Alex Smith as well. And Advocate I got on well with, but Walter for bringing me through, of course.
He was a hard man, wasn't he, to work
Walter
for?
was a good man. He was, but
No, but he was hard, but in a
yes,
good way.
Yeah, it was. I think for the local boys, it was more difficult because we were the easy ones to drop when things weren't going well, you know. But I still respect him so much; it's unbelievable. But I really have to thank him for obviously believing in me and giving me a chance, you know.
Would you change anything in your career, Charlie, when you look back? Because for me, you're easily one of the most talented midfielders that we've ever produced in this country. And we'll get to in a second. How you only got 1 cap is beyond me.
I wouldn't change it now. I can't change it, so I just have to look forward. But
What's the point of dwelling on the past?
No,
know
but,
what I mean?
but it's one of them things that I am frustrated by.
Aye.
As
Well,
a Scotland fan.
Right.
some of the things I done off the field was stupid. Don't get me wrong, getting drunk and things like that. But nowadays you can't do that. Obviously the kids are much more fitter now, and they don't go out Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays.
Aye.
They're not eating kebabs anymore and hitting people with their faces with them or whatever. So, like obviously football-wise, I think if I trained at Murray Park, I never got a chance to be at Murray Park. The year I left Rangers, moved to Murray Park, I think that would have been a good thing because then you're there training all the time.
Did you make a mistake leaving Rangers?
No, then because my time was up. Advocate I'd signed a 2-year contract under the Advocate, but I said if I sign it, and I understand you've got all the Dutch boys who are great lads, don't get me wrong, some great players. I understand these guys you fancy more than me. It's understanding you brought them in.
But you didn't agree with it, surely.
No, but I understand what he thinks.
Yeah.
I have to.
But when you look at the players that he signed to replace you, ultimately, were they...
very good.
But not as good as you, were they? Or
They became they were very good players, to be fair. Van Bronckhorst and people that were fantastic football players. But the thing was, I said to Dick, okay, I know you think these guys are better, and that's your opinion, but if I sign a contract, then if I get my chance, then you got to keep me in. And he said, of course, Miller. That's what I do, Miller. That's what I used to hear. But then I waited till Boxing Day, I think it was, 26th of December, we played Stenhousemuir at Ibrox in the Scottish Cup for my first start. But I was on the bench and that, all getting on bits and bobs. And my first start, and we played Stenhousemuir in the Scottish Cup. It was a no-win situation. We won 2-0. I didn't have a great game, but I hadn't started since whenever. So we won 2-0, not a great game. But I played the Wednesday night against Dundee at Dens Park. I scored 2 goals, got my other match in the league, won 4-0. So Saturday we're playing at Pittodrie, names the team. I'm on the bench. I got on for 1 minute, and I thought, I want to play. Even though I love playing for Rangers, I want to play football. You want to play on a Saturday. You work all week to play on a Saturday. So that's when I went to Leicester on loan. I get injured there, and then I came back up the road, and I had a letter through my door saying that I have to go and train with the young boys after the pre-season. I thought that was a bit harsh, since I was been there since 11-year-old.
Disrespectful?
I think Dick should have told me to my face, you know. And I meet Dick in the corridor at Ibrox.
So he lived up to his name then?
No, but I got on well. I just thought that was a wee bit disrespectful. But
Did you pull him up?
And they tried to shake my hand. I said, "You fuck off."
Did you? Did you actually?
Yeah, because I was angry.
Aye.
Me and Derek McInnes had played in the cup final. When they won the treble, Derek McInnes had played the cup final, and me and him get these letters through the door, and it was signed off by Murray, who I bloody hate, David Murray. So he signed it off. So, but that was the biggest disappointment.
Shh. It's not my pal.
So
David Murray's not my pal. Let's put that on record. I know him. Shh. No, it's not shh. I've got his number if you want it.
Nah, tell me to keep it.
Let's talk Rangers today under the stewardship of Steven Gerrard. Good first season. Happy with that first season and the progress you've made, or not?
Never happy with finishing second, of course, but
from where you were.
Yeah, it was much better from where we were. We were playing better. He's got, I think, better players in. Obviously, it was consistency, but people don't realise when you come and play for Rangers or Celtic how heavy that shirt can be, you know?
Yeah.
What I want to ask you about is one of my favourite videos. Have you seen this?
What video is this?
On YouTube.
What is it?
It was basically in the Norwegian, was it Norway? The Norwegian version of Punked. A hidden camera show. Have you never seen this, Ewan?
No.
Shut up. Tell me the story.
So
the Norwegian version of, who you play with Bran? Right, play with Bran.
SK Bran, right? So
Yep.
you get punked on TV in Norway.
Yes.
What happens?
I was actually in the gym in Norway, quite surprisingly. I was in the gym, and the kit man came down and said, "Charlie, there's somebody moving your car." I'm like, "What are you talking about?" So I go up, and there's this truck taking my motor, putting it in the back of it, and all the players had sponsored cars with our names on it. So mine's going to back his truck. I said, "What are you doing?" "That's my car." I obviously try to speak slower English for them to understand.
That's my car.
If I was speaking as quick, they wouldn't understand. I think I speak Japanese. But, so I'm saying to him, "That's my car, what are you doing?" "What's your name?" I said, "It's in the side of him. It's Charlie Miller. I play for Bran, whatever." And he goes, "Well, this was involved in an armed robbery." I'm like, "What are you talking about?" I says, "Shut up. I was involved in an armed robbery." I says, "No chance." So he opens the back door of my car, and he pulls out a knife, massive knife and a ski mask. And I'm like, "When was this a robbery?" He said, "Last night." I said, "I just got back from Spain yesterday, so it was my wife was driving."
Put your wife in it?
Aye. So I said that was her. No, but so I'm like, talking about, so my as I say, my pants joined the Brownies, as I said earlier about Gordie Allison. So I'm like, there's a boy sitting handcuffed next to the police car, and I'm like, was he involved in the robbery? And then the next minute, this black car drives around slowly, and the guy's got a ski mask on, and the guy who's handcuffed next to the motor goes and jumps in the car, and the motor speeds off as fast as he can go, and they shout, "Charlie, tell him nothing." The police start chasing after him. I'm like, oh fuck, I think I need a lawyer, don't I? So you should YouTube. It's
It is brilliant.
They got you hook, line and sinker.
to be
This is
fair-
my car. This is my car.
To be
Brilliant.
fair, when the guy comes round the black motor and the ski mask, I did shit myself.
I knew one.
Honestly. But the boys done, because I used to do some bad things to them. But our captain, Martin Andreessen's a great lad, but he had this Harley Davidson, and every time he'd put his helmet on, I'd put yogurt and bananas in it, and he'd put it on it, do his heat. And so
This is them getting there.
Oh, aye, that was him getting me back.
Charlie Miller, former Rangers player. I won't go through all the other clubs that you played with as well, but it's been an absolute pleasure speaking to you, my man.
Oh, to be fair-
But see, before you go, we've got to talk about your Charlie Miller Football Academy.
Yep.
Because Simon was in last week and he was talking about it as well, and you're running this throughout the course of the summer holidays. And it's just here close to where we are, which is in Glasgow Green.
Yep.
And kids of what age can they?
Well, 5 to 16,
5 to
boys
16.
and girls.
And basically, you'll take these kids in Glasgow Green
Yep.
and you'll basically play football with them
Yep.
and they'll have a good time and have a laugh.
I'm coming down next week.
Are you doing it next week? Are you?
I'll come down.
You're going to help the boys out?
I help.
So
So
how-
show them a few tricks.
How do like parents that may be listening to this going, oh, I'd love to send my kids to that. How do they get involved?
See, to be fair, I don't even know the email.
I mean, what we can do here is we can say it's Charlie Miller Football Academy.
type into Facebook,
if
you'll
you
get
type
it on
into
that.
Facebook and Google it and
Yeah.
Twitter it,
It's on
Charlie
Twitter.
Miller Football Academy.
Yeah, if I do the Facebook or the Twitter, they'll find that me and Simon are taking camps. I've got my own separate academy for Simon that I do Monday, Friday, then games and Sunday.
So what does it you
I've got
actually
17.
do? What's it? So the kids come along.
The kids come along on
What
the
time?
holidays. They come along 9 o'clock. We start at 10, finish for 12 for lunch, then back out from 1 to 3. The kids are having great fun. I don't know about us coaches though, because they're mental, these kids. They don't stop. Nah, to be fair, they've been fantastic so far.
And so Simon's involved, and
Simon's
Green is
out.
going to be helping you out. So it's a great laugh for the kids. It gets the kids out.
Oh, 100%.
Gets the kids in the fresh air, running about, exercise, kicking a ball,
Yep.
having a good laugh with legends of the game as well. Do you enjoy it?
Well, some people say bell ends of the game. but,
You enjoy it, Charlie?
of course, I love the coaching. I love seeing kids running about with football, enjoying themselves, and just having fun. When I was younger myself, I just loved playing football. Everywhere I went, I had a football. So, yeah, it's great doing the coaching, definitely.
What's Simon like to work with?
Simon's good. He's very laid back like myself.
Did you not
so-
hear what he said about you last week?
No.
He says he's a bit of a dick.
Ah, well.
You don't hear that, no?
No, I didn't hear it,
So what
but-
do you think of Simon?
He's a great guy. We got on well, but we're doing something different. Well, Rangers
So
Celtic side.
you've forgiven Simon for stopping 10 in a row? For being part of that team that stopped 10 in a row?
Was Simon even playing then? I don't think he was there, was he?
That was about the full scope of the interview last week. Was all about stopping in a row.
Oh, he still
10
talks about it to this day, honestly. How they stopped 10 in a row this day, I will never know. Honestly.
Still piss you off?
Oh, ridiculous. Ridiculous. We blew up, to be fair. We blew a gasket. I think Marco Nega getting smacked in the face with a squash ball off Sergio wasn't a great idea. I think Marco had 33 goals by January.
I remember
Just
him ripping Hearts to shreds a couple of games at the start of the season at Ibrox.
Yep.
And I was like, oh my word, who's this boy? Marco Negri. Never heard of him before. Then out the blue, boom, boom, goal after goal after
Yeah.
goal.
The boy could finish.
Oh,
He could
aye,
finish.
aye.
I'm going to win Coist up here. He's the greatest finisher I've ever seen.
Charlie, best of luck with the Charlie Miller
Cheers, guys.
Football Academy. Glasgow Green is where you need to be. Go into Facebook, go into Twitter, go into Google, just type in Charlie Miller Football Academy. You'll get all the details, get your kids down to the boys, and they'll have a great time.
I hope they're looking for a haircut. Don't type in Charlie Miller. Hairdressers anyway. You've got a skinhead.
Charlie Miller, it's been an absolute pleasure, my man.
Cheers, guys. Cheers, Jim.
Best of luck with the Charlie Miller Football Academy
Cheers.
over the summer. And I might actually send my 10-year-old along as well.
No problem.
Be wearing a heart strip, though.
That's all right. That's all right.
Will you look after him?
I'll kick 11 daylights on. Charlie Miller and SD 13, Simon Donnelly 13. So we've got a camp together, so everyone's welcome.
Brilliant.
Cheers, Charlie.
Cheers, guys.
Charlie.
Thanks a lot.